Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man.
For I am the man himself. Generals gathered in their masses, boo, just like witches in black masses. Boo boo, evil on destruction. Boo boo for the war, but I forgot the words. But I do know some Black Sabbath. But what is going on, guys? How y'all doing? And happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Very thankful for those of you who are taking time after filling up your bellies with some delicious Thanksgiving food, some desserts, pumpkin pie, turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, all this other stuff. I should have added in how you doing? Because there was a segment with Enzo and Cass and that going on. But what is going on, guys? Yes, this is the Club of the Man 1993. And we are live on this Thanksgiving evening to discuss my preview and predictions for WWE Survivor Series 2023 War Games. It takes place this Saturday night, November 25th, 2023 at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. We got 5 official matches. They basically seem pretty set. We still have SmackDown tomorrow night, though. I don't know if they're going to make the women's Survivor Series, a War Games match 5-on-5. They're going to keep it at 4-on-4. It's looking like they're going to keep it at 4-on-4. But like I said, I'm not doing... I'm not doing Raw or SmackDown reviews this week. Again, I'm just very busy with the holidays. Spent the afternoon with my family today, having lunch with my side of the family. Saturday before the pay-per-view, my wife's side of the family is coming over to our place. So it's a busy week, so I was not able to do Raw or SmackDown reviews this week. But we're here live, and we're going to be at least doing this. Usually, most pay-per-views and more, I don't even do the other reviews because it's just nuts, because again, life is just busy, as you can see. My nephew's actually in the live chat. Thank you for joining me, buddy, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well, my pal. I'll see you on Saturday, of course, and you'll be watching Survivor Series War Games with me. So, we're going to roll and talk about this card. Like I said, 5 confirmed matches. I'm going to run a 6th one by. And as I keep saying, I know it's going to cause a lot of people to say, you keep saying that you're not going to believe it until we see it. Well, this is me basically giving a little leverage and saying, will he show up or will he not? We already have one return confirmed, which will be in the main event of Survivor Series War Games in the men's main event. The Apex Predator, the Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. And of course, it will be a very, both Survivor Series matches with the, the momentum of Damage Control. And because with them adding in Kairi Sane, Asuka, the interesting story that's coming in with that and what it could lead to down the line will be interesting to see. The men's War Games match, of course, again, at first when it was just 4-on-4, it was kind of like meh, but then adding the 5th member, such as Drew McIntyre and his justified heel turn, And also with Randy Orton confirmed coming back for War Games. We'll see, of course, how he is, of course, since he can... I don't know if he'll still do the RKO, because again, the RKO was what's giving him his back injuries. So, we'll just have to wait and see what exactly happens with this War Games show. It'll be interesting for sure. The other undercard matches, they're going to be solid. You know, we got like one singles match with no title on the line. 2 title matches outside of that. So, we'll see how it goes. We could maybe see some WrestleMania angles set up. And I do feel like we're going to be having someone having some sort of dissension or some sort of like heel turn or, you know, heel stable turning on someone. And it's going to build towards an eventual full-on babyface turn for some people. But we'll, of course, wait and see. But I feel like at least one turn is going to happen on this show. We'll have to wait, of course, and see. We got Mark, and we got Tyler also joining us in the live chat. Yes, Mark, I'm going to address certain somebody first. And Tyler does not think Randy Orton is a face for now. I don't see him going to be a face for too long. I mean, maybe like for the moment when he comes back, but I think Randy's going to turn on somebody in this match. And it's either 1 or 2 people I think he's going to turn on. But I also possibly see a dissension with Judgment Day. We'll talk about that, of course. I probably mentioned a few of my Raw reviews recently. And the women's match, it's pretty obvious who I think is going to get, like, the shtick, basically get kicked out of the group. But we'll talk about that in just momentarily. I get a drink there. Also, at the end of the broadcast, I will have a little announcement to make. I don't want to guarantee, of course, what exactly is all going to happen, but there could be a revamp again with the channel in the next few months. Meaning, like, update, like, things might get updated again because of something that I did today. But we'll talk about that at the end, and we're going to get rolling now. So first, let me get out of the way with, let me talk about the one big story going into Survivor Series War Games. Because it is in Chicago, and a certain somebody is a free agent. CM Punk. So, as I've been saying for months, especially since, you know, he got fired from AEW, I really am just... Look, I'm still going to stand by what I've said. I think AEW did the right thing by getting rid of CM Punk. Not because CM Punk was a full-on... This whole idea of CM Punk as a cancer bothers me. Because, again, I get Phillip Brooks can come across as an asshole. I can understand people not liking him for that. But I understand why he does business the way he does. And I get, and I still stand behind him and saying that not everything that happened with his downfall in AEW was his fault. I still think there could have been a lot of things handled differently by other people besides Punk. But what Punk, of course, is responsible for is, yes, I get that he spoke up when nobody was going to do anything about him constantly being accused of Colt Cabana not being on TV and, you know, and whatnot. But Punk just can't let go blow out of proportion and just do what he did, how to respond to it. Yes, I get he's frustrated, but again, he has to handle things better than how he was in AEW. I get it was frustrating. He had a big target put on his back, of course, because of this. But as I keep saying, things could have been handled better. It's not all Punk's fault. With that being said, though, especially the past couple weeks, I am not feeling I'm not fully feeling Punk coming to WWE. I mean, if he still wants to wrestle and he shows up, awesome. I'm just not going to lose sleep if he doesn't show up. You know, could I be excited if he comes? Yes, I will pop probably if he does show up. But it just still feels like he would be kind of a hypocrite to come back to the place that made him, that he basically wanted to like wash out of the memory. Saying that he left professional wrestling in 2005 when he left Ring of Honor and returned to professional wrestling in 2021 when he debuted in AEW. So, I just don't think, I don't know. The momentum is not there like it was in 2021. I don't think he's going to show up. If he does, though, the only way I see him showing up is Shinsuke Nakamura has been having this storyline lately where he's waiting for that one big name to step up to him. And he was having matches where he was hitting the GTS and a couple other little teases here and there, which makes me think if CM Punk would show up, it would be with Shinsuke Nakamura doing an impromptu open challenge and Punk answers it. But it doesn't seem like he's gonna be like demanding an answer at Survivor Series. Like, if they would have had him say, you know, I'm demanding someone to show up at Survivor Series, I may believe it. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think, but again, if he would show up, this is the only way how it would happen. And of course, if it happens, Punk is definitely going to win, and we'll see where it goes from there. But for now, I'm going to say no CM Punk. I don't think CM Punk is going to show up tomorrow night at War Games. And if he does, I'm only going to believe it when I see it. So we got that. So the actual card, I think we will open up with this women's War Games match. It is the babyface team of Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi Blackheart, and Becky Lynch taking on Damage Control's Bayley, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Which again, since Crown Jewel, when Kairi Sane made her return to WWE, they're seemingly building towards an all-Japanese alliance, which I find very interesting. It's definitely heated up some more interest for me with the SmackDown Women's Division. I am enjoying what they're doing with the Raw Women's Division. They're giving a lot of the women on Raw a lot of TV time, which I think is definitely great to get some eyes on these stars. And yes, some of them are still pretty green, like, you know, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. Xia Li has some very weird storyline going on, but I'll give her credit. She had a good showing against Becky Lynch this past week on Raw. But I definitely cannot take her as a serious, you know, contender quite yet. And a few others as well that are, you know, building up there, doing good. Again, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Tegan Nox. I really like what they're doing with Tegan Nox right now. She's getting a lot of momentum, which I'm going to take a prediction. I think it's next week on Raw. They're going to have Tegan Nox and Natalya take on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I think they're going to win the tag titles. And I think they will soon after that drop them to the formerly Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane of Damage Control. But of course, that may not quite be the case for the time being. This could be the end of Damage Control. I'll explain why in a second. But I'm definitely more intrigued by that. The babyface team, Bianca Belair, again, all four women I love. They're all great talents, and I'm proud of all of them. But it's ones that we have seen so many times get in these opportunities, like Bianca Belair. Desperately, I think, needs to turn heel. She needs a change in character. Charlotte Flair, heavily overbooked. Again, needs something else to do besides always being in the title picture. Like, if they would, If they want to do a Bianca and Charlotte feud, one-on-one, cool. You don't have to have the title involved. I still think if they want to do Charlotte and Jade Cargill for WrestleMania, you could do that, but you don't need a title involved. Again, like, Charlotte being that character who just comes back and gets title shots whenever she wants has just worn out. Like, she needs something different. And if she is going to continuously be, getting some of these non-title feuds to kind of, like, get people to, care again, then cool. I'm pretty sure someday down the line, Charlotte is going to be a champion again. But can we just at least make things a little more interesting for her, rather than her coming in every 2 seconds and getting a title match? I'm sorry. It just bothers me. Shotzi Blackheart, I like Shotzi, but again, as I keep saying, like when they made her a face again and they returned the Tank, awesome. She just still feels like an old toy that hasn't gotten the dust cleaned off her yet. Like she's still not saying she's green, but again, she still has like the effect on her from whenever Vince McMahon had revamped her character. Revamped all these women and made them and basically tore them down to scratch. But of course, I like that she's in this match because I think it will bring out like the Daredevil, Jeff Hardy type wrestler I know she can be. And then there's Becky Lynch. And I said this recently, I was a little disappointed whenever Becky was revealed as the 4th member for Survivor Series. I mean, I get the story. Having Charlotte Flair call on someone that she used to be best friends with and no longer is, but someone she knows that she can do great business with, and why she brought over Becky. But again, there's 2 things that kind of bothers me a little bit about Becky's reveal. One, again, she's a Raw superstar. If they weren't happy with Cody Rhodes sneaking over to SmackDown, then where in the rules did it say it was okay for an opposing brand star to be a part of the War Games match? You know what I mean? I feel like it should be addressed. And of course, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce had that segment on Raw where they said they need to talk this week. Did it have to do with that? Did it have to do with Cody Rhodes? I don't know. And again, like I said, when Becky got revealed, it's like, we already got Bianca, Charlotte, and Becky. That's 3 big names. Again, awesome talents, but can we at least get someone different? These are 3 women who are always in these spots. And again, they're talented, they deserve it. But you can have 1 or 2 of them in there, but can we give why couldn't we do Kate? Sorry, keep forgetting she's not Kaylee Ray. Alba Fire. She was in War Games in NXT. She's got the experience. Isla Dawn maybe could have done. I don't know. Or heck, call up Roxanne Perez. Have her be the surprise. I don't know. Like I said, I just wish it was someone new. But again, this should still be a great match. What I think is going to happen? I still think the babyface team is going to win. But they're going to win by pinning Bayley. And afterwards, Io, Kairi, and Asuka will all turn on Bayley. And what you can do is, if you want, you can write her off for a few months and then have her return at the Rumble and win the Women's Rumble. Because, again, I think besides doing Jade and Charlotte one-on-one with no title, I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting Rhea and Becky and Io and Bayley. And again, Bayley has not yet won the Women's Royal Rumble, so I'd be cool with Bayley winning it. If it's going to somehow transition her back into a babyface role, which it's time. Bayley's been a heel for 4 years now? It's time to give her a face run again. Or wait, no. No, that's right, 4 years. It was 2019 she turned. Yeah, 2019 she turned heel. It's time to make her a babyface again. How they'll do that? I don't know. Like I said, I think you can start by that. Because, they have these segments on SmackDown where the Japanese women are talking Japanese, and Bayley's like, what'd you say? And Dakota's like, oh, they're just saying this stuff, but they could be very well be plotting what they're going to do with what they're going to do to Bayley eventually and, kick her out of the group and be powerful. But, yeah, I think that's where it's going to head. I think the babyface team will win, and Bayley will be the one to take the pin, and afterwards the rest of Damage Control will turn on Bayley. Of course, where does Dakota Kai stand in all of this? Because she's still out hurt. I don't know. We'll have to, of course, wait and see. I saw somewhere where someone had mentioned the idea of that the Japanese women turn on Bayley and Charlotte and Becky try to help since they're the former horsewomen. And then Bianca turns heel because she's upset that they did that. I don't think it's going to work. Because it would be way too soon for Charlotte and Becky to forgive Bayley. You know what I mean? I think that it would be way too soon. It would be old Vince McMahon storytelling of, oh, we're all baby faces now, so we all have to like each other. No, that's not how it has to go down. But again, Damage Control lose, Bayley takes the pin, and everyone turns on Bayley. Writes Bayley off for a few months, she returns at the Women's Rumble and wins the Rumble. That's what I think should happen in this match. So that's my Women's War Games match prediction. Next match, I predicted it's the Intercontinental title match between Gunther and The Miz. Definitely did not see this one happening and them giving another shot at The Miz as a babyface. Match could be good. I've been very back and forth about The Miz's face turn. I like the promo they did this past week. It kind of reminded me of the vibes a little bit I got for when Miz was a face in 2019. And he cut that excellent promo on Shane after Shane had turned on him at Fastlane. And again, that promo still stands out. It's a promo that proved that someone who was a heel for as long as Miz was, and that one time they did try to make him a face in 2013, and it didn't work out, but that proved, hey, he can make himself likable, basically. At first, I was like, what? Because he really had nothing going for him. And yeah, Gunther's calling him, you're just a talk show host, or you're just a nerd, you look like a kid who was bullied. And then, of course, Miz is standing up to Gunther. The promo they had on Raw this past week, though, did kind of make me a little more intrigued. Because week before, Miz took on Ivar, and he beat him by cheating. Which I'm like, okay, how's that supposed to work here? So, this could surprisingly be better than I thought. Either way, though, I mean, yes, maybe they're going to have Gunther go up against one of the best Intercontinental champions ever. I mean, Miz is 8-time Intercontinental champion. I think Chris Jericho's the only one who has more reigns than him with the Intercontinental title. Of course, it looks like that's not going to be changed anytime soon. So I guess he's the next best IC champion for him to face. But either way, I think Gunther will retain. I somehow still want to see Chad Gable get back and be the one to dethrone Gunther, but that may be a long-term story. Maybe that's why they've had Alpha Academy losing it. It could be a long-term story, but either way, I think Gunther will retain right here, and he'll keep the belt. Okay, after that, we have this match, which will be an interesting, little cool-down match between Carlito and Santos Escobar. This should be a solid match. Again, I definitely, of course, am intrigued, of course, by, the heel turn of Santos Escobar. I'm so curious as to where the rest of the LWO stands. It seemed like they were all against Santos, but I still don't see that being a long-term thing. I still see somehow them all turning against Rey eventually. Rey, though, is out right now with knee surgery, and Santos' heel turn was a way to write him off, which is good, because like I said, I think they have to get to WrestleMania with Rey and Santos. Rey will probably return at Royal Rumble and have an encounter with Santos. So I think his surgery was prognosis was 6 to 8 weeks, I think I heard. So that really set that up. As far as who wins this, probably Santos Escobar. I don't see Carlito really winning this match at all, but it will be solid and something different. Nice little breather match for a cool down for the card. So there's that one. Let's keep rolling here. We don't have too many matches left. Let's do match number 5. which is going to be the Women's World Title match between Rhea Ripley and Zoey Stark. I gotta sneeze first off. Come on. I feel it coming. I gotta sneeze, but it won't come out. Come on! Let it get out. Come on. I am just waiting for it to make a move. Waiting to see if someone else shows up in the live chat. They're not yet, but maybe soon. But come on. Sneeze. Not happening. You want to start talking, and it'll happen. But anyways. Rhea Ripley and Zoey Stark. So, I'm kind of bummed about this match, to be honest. Because this was the match I wanted to see at WrestleMania 40. I still think Zoey Stark has been one of the best call-ups from NXT this year. She's doing awesome. Steady build. She had a nice run being like the protege to Trish Stratus. And then she split from Trish. And, she's still maintaining some good momentum. But it feels still like it's way too soon for Zoey Stark to be in this match. To be in this position. This feels like a showcase opportunity for Zoey Stark to hang in there with one of the best today, Rhea Ripley. Which that's all it's going to be. It's also going to be like a showcase match. It just bums me out, though. Because, again, I would just rather see someone new get that spot at WrestleMania. And, again, it's probably going to be Becky. They're probably going to do Rhea versus Becky at WrestleMania. Which, again, that is going to be a killer match. It's going to be awesome. I just still rather have somebody new, though, be the one to take the belt off of Rhea. Which still eventually could be Zoey Stark. But not here. Rhea's definitely retained right here. It's going to be just a showcase opportunity for Zoey. Just hopefully her momentum continues to keep going. I'm surprised they kind of... Because I thought they were going to have Zoey and Shayna be the ones to take the belts off of Chelsea and Piper. But it's looking like now it's going to be Tegan and Natalya. Wait a minute. What if Rhea has a longer reign and eventually it's Tegan the one to dethrone Rhea? Possibilities, but just throw it out there. But yeah, Rhea Ripley's definitely retained. I don't see Zoey winning this match. It's still too soon for Zoey to be taking the belt. Alright. Main event time. The men's War Games match. It'll be Cody Rhodes. Main event, Jey Uso. The World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. The former honorary Uso, who was, of course, a key part in last year's War Games match of the Bloodline, Sami Zayn. Which, I forgot to mention this too, but this is the first pay-per-view in a while also we got nothing with the Bloodline. It's kind of crazy. And of course, the fifth member, as I said at the beginning, will be the returning Mr. RKO, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, the Viper, Randy Orton. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Randy back. Again, I don't know, though, how he's going to be in this match, though, especially since, again, the RKO was a main reason for his back problems. So we'll have to see what happens. But they're taking on the Judgment Day, which, as of now, is the current tag team champions, Finn Balor, Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, the NXT North American Champion, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and not part of Judgment Day, but still teaming with them because Rhea Ripley gave him a chance to get Jey Uso inside of a steel cage, Drew McIntyre. Now, first, before I talk about the match, let's quickly talk about Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, of course, turned heel, but it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like the story they're going to have, because Drew's definitely a heel now, but I feel like he's not like a full-on evil heel. He just has, like, the poison injected into him, saying that nothing's changed. He's still the same Drew McIntyre. Everything he said to Seth Rollins last week before he had attacked Jay was all true, it's not phony. And he attacked Jay face-to-face to show that, hey, I do things face-to-face. I don't blindside people from behind. And, of course, he still has beef with Jay because Jay is part of the reason why he didn't win the world title at one of the most important events of his life in his home city of, what's it called? Home city of, home country of Scotland. Well, when they went to London for Clash of the Castle. So, I really like the promo he cut because, again, like it's like, okay, he has an edge to him now, but he's only really targeting one person, Jey Uso. I mean, yes, kind of Cody Rhodes also, because Cody's the reason why Jay's on Raw. Again, he's like, nothing personal against anybody else. Like he's a heel, but he only has one target. And that he's not the guy like, oh, I'm a heel, so I gotta hate everybody. No, that's not the story there. This is either going to be temporary for him, because, of course, they have the continuity there where Judgment Day knows he doesn't like Judgment Day. They don't like him either. He cost Damian Priest from being able to cash in. But I could see it being a thing where it's like, it's kind of like what happened with Bayley in 2019. I love the way they transitioned Bayley from her face to heel role, because she turned, but she was like, guys, I'm still the same person. Nothing has changed. But as time goes on, you see, like, the dirtier side come more and more out. And then she'll hit rock bottom and then go ballistic. That's what I think is going to be happening with Drew McIntyre. And it could be happening as quick as this match. But, yeah, so he's in a very interesting spot with this character. But the match, first off, will be awesome. Judgment Day do have the advantage. Apparently there was like a Ruffles ad, which I love Ruffles, by the way. Advertised to vote for who you will think get the advantage for the women's War Games match. I think we're probably going to reveal it tomorrow night on SmackDown. But here's a couple things I want to mention. First off, the Judgment Day are wrestling the Street Profits tomorrow night for the tag titles. I think there is a chance we could see them drop the tag titles to the Street Profits. And it probably won't be clean to protect them before this match, because why would you have them lose clean and then come into this match looking like chumps? But there's a chance that could happen, because I see a couple different things happening in this match. First off, we got to address Randy Orton. There was a shot whenever Cody was revealing who the fifth member was on Raw of Jey Uso. And it reminded us that Randy Orton is a kayfabe, like storyline-wise, Randy Orton is not here because, and Jey Uso is one of the people who wrote him off TV. I read somewhere, and this would be interesting. It's the least likely scenario I can see happen because the long-term story is Jay is going to eventually fight Jimmy. Even though I really don't care about what's going on with Jimmy up until whenever Jay and Jimmy do fight. I guess the idea was, what if Jay is getting tired of everyone still holding grudges against him, that he gets to Randy before Randy gets to him, before beating him to the punch, because he is tired of feeling he has a target on his back. But that would be interesting. But I think it's the least likely to happen because of the fact that that Jay is going to be eventually wrestling Jimmy at WrestleMania. But I'm not going to rule it out. It would be interesting. But either way, also, we could have Randy Orton RKO Jay, if he throws the RKO, or turn on Jay, because Jay was the one who him out. You think Randy Orton's a guy who can easily forgive somebody? Not happening. I also could possibly see Randy turning heel on Cody. Because, well, first off, let me remind you this. The last time Randy Orton was in a ring with him, I think it was like May or June of 2022. Before Vince McMahon left. And this is to be the first time ever in his career that Randy Orton gets Triple H booking. Keep that in mind. And I think I said recently also, if Drew McIntyre is on his way out of the company and does not re-sign, then him and Cody would be a great feud, and he could be the one who puts Cody over right before WrestleMania. If not Cody, again, if Drew's staying, then you don't want to do that. Because you could build Drew to be the one to eventually dethrone Seth. But then, a money feud you gotta do at some point is Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Their long history, going back to Legacy and everything else that they've dealt with, they have a long history. They're great friends. That is a money feud there. You could have Randy Orton be the last big roadblock that Cody has to go through before getting to Roman at WrestleMania. Again, how it's going to happen, I have no idea. So that's another possibility. It could happen. But what I most likely see happening, well, first off, I think the babyface team is going to win. And I'm going to guess that they pin Damian Priest. Because I think either he'll attempt to cash in or he won't attempt to cash in. But either way, I think the Judgment Day finally turn on Damian Priest in this match. Because, again, he's kind of pushing that thing of where he's questioning a lot of things the Judgment Day are doing. He's the one who's trying to be the leader of the Judgment Day. I feel like he's the one that's pushing the boundaries, and there could be more to Drew McIntyre teaming up with Judgment Day, not joining them, but saying he's teaming up so he has a chance to get to Jey Uso in a cage. But this could also be a ruse where there's more to the story, and they're looking for someone to replace Damian Priest. I still think, though, even though, once again, how can it happen, though, if Damian takes the pin? Unless it's a schoolboy roll, but that's kind of a lame finish for a War Games match. I could still see some way a possible cash-in. But because of the position Drew is in right now, I really don't think Damian's going to have a successful cash-in. Whether it happens here at Survivor Series or sometime down the line, I don't think Damian's going to have a successful cash-in. I think he is going to fail his cash-in because of the Judgment Day turning on him. And I think it's very possible it can happen in this match. I think there's a good chance that the turn could happen in this match. Or Randy's turn could be the one to highlight it. I don't know. It's just that I just see either way, either of the War Games matches, or at some point in this show, somebody's turning heel. Or some faction is turning on one of their members and kicking the other one out. I don't see this being a night without any turns. Just my opinion, though. But that, guys, that is my preview and predictions for Survivor Series War Games 2023. Again, just go over what I had to say. Again, I don't think CM Punk is going to be there, but if he does, I think he will only be there if Shinsuke Nakamura offers an open challenge. And Punk wins if he does debut. The babyface team win the Women's War Games match, and Damage Control will turn on Bayley as she'll take the pin right off of TV, and she'll return at the Rumble and go on to win the dethroned Io at WrestleMania. Gunther will retain over The Miz. Santos Escobar will beat Carlito. Rhea Ripley will retain over Zoey Stark. And I think either way, the babyface team is going to win the Men's War Games match, and Damian Priest will take the pin. Or again, and I think Judgment Day will turn on Damian Priest. But I think there's a good chance also that Randy Orton is going to turn on somebody as well. So, I guess I'll spend a few minutes checking out the live chat before I go anywhere. I don't see him in the live chat right now, but somebody, a good friend of mine, we all know him on YouTube here, sent me a little message yesterday. And it's our good friend, Robbie Kenobi. And here is what he had to say. Because I promised him I'd play this on a stream.
Hey, Mike. Don't know if you're going to share this in a future review or live stream, but I came across something very interesting. One of those on this day
I see freely. No, it wasn't that.
Posts. And it says that today, 6 years ago, I believe, 6 years ago, the Riot Squad debuted in WWE. And we all know what that means, right? I think it goes something like this. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a little girl named Ruby Riot. And Ruby Riot, see, she had 2 magical T's at the end of her name. And those magic T's sprouted a wild Riot Squad. I still appreciate your support of that to this day.
Yeet! Yeet! That's hilarious. But yeah, 6 years ago when the Riot Squad debuted, and of course the joke about Ruby Riot having to have a second T added to her name, which I found out from and I think it was because I'm listening to a lot of podcasts the past year or two. Talk is Jericho. I was listening to some of Ryback's old podcast for a while, but his kind of bored me a little bit after a while. His the sessions with Renee Paquette, but she hasn't done an episode since April, but those are pretty good. And lately I've been listening to a lot of Chris Van Vliet stuff. And one of those, I think, well, Ruby mentioned she had no idea another T was added to her name, but what I think she had said, I also told me, I didn't talk to her personally, but I think what she said, the reason why they added another T to her name when she got called to the main roster is because when they were the Riot Squad, there was already a Riot Squad like trademarked. So I guess they had to add a second T in there for it to be different, I think, from what I heard. But that's the mystery behind the second T. But yes, Ruby Riot and the Magic T's, which basically is like a parody of Roman Reigns' Jack and the Beanstalk story from 2015 with Big Show. Ugh, God, this. But for yours guys, let's check the live chat. And actually, after I'm done with the live chat, I do have a little announcement I want to share. I think we were right here. We had a Baxter saying hi. Hello, Baxter. The only match Tyler doesn't care for is the women's world title match, which I understand. Tia Couponer, thank you for joining, my friend. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. He likes to see Bianca turn heel and join Street Business. I do too. I'm still on the fence, though, because they have B-Fab joining, which that's different. I like it, but Bianca really needs that turn. Who's here? But I'm sorry, but it's WWE. They make the move before the shows. Not sure what he's referring to there. We got Wrestling News 365. Do we really think that someone else might join Damage Control? I read rumors about a 4th member. I'm wondering if it's going to be Meiko Satomura from NXT. That's who I could see it being if they want to make it still like that all Japanese alliance. That would be interesting having the final boss be with them. I think The Miz is being Gunther for the IC title. Okay. Do you think it's time yet for Zoey Stark to be Women's World Champion, or do you think it's too soon? Again, it's too soon. I could give it a few more months. I would say yes, by WrestleMania she could be ready, but she's not ready yet, unfortunately. I'm so happy Randy Orton's back for War Games. Me too, because I'm just interested to see, of course, what his style is going to be. How was your Thanksgiving today, Mike? Again, it was really good. Normally, this is the first year as a married man I dealt with Thanksgiving, but It's really been no different since my wife and I got together almost 3 years ago. But normally Thanksgiving Day, we've always had Thanksgiving at my parents' house for like lunchtime. That way anybody else who does stuff in the evening can go like do their thing for dinner. But my wife's side of the family normally does theirs the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And this year, we're hosting it. So I'm going to be pretty busy. And luckily, I did get tomorrow off. So I have a lot of stuff to do. But hopefully, I might be able to sneak a little bit of content in, though, here and there. But I still got to get the house ready still. But thank you for asking. I think Io Sky has been in every women's War Games match. Yes, she has. That is very true. Do you think Brock Lesnar returns on Gunther after he gets the retained Intercontinental title and then faces him at a Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship? Ooh. Brock fighting for a mid-card title. Well, the chances of Gunther versus Brock are very possible for WrestleMania. I don't know, though, if Brock would actually want to fight for the Intercontinental title, though. I mean, it'd be interesting to really put over Gunther, because I think if they do wrestle, you got to put Gunther over. So maybe, but I don't know. I still want to see Chad Gable be the one to dethrone Gunther, but who knows at this point. I do also like that they didn't immediately take the belt off Gunther after he beat the Streak. Vince probably would have done that. But I do like that because now we don't know when it's going to happen. But we'll wait and see. It's so far Jade to have a match at WrestleMania, have Charlotte face someone else. Okay, at least it's not brand warfare. I thought we were going to get a little bit of like brand warfare, and if we did a little bit, but War Games also, I could have lived with that. Like I thought maybe they would have done Logan Paul and Ricochet because they're seemingly teasing another match with them. And had to be a thing where I kind of like how it was in 2016, where they gave a Raw superstar a chance to bring the IC title to Raw, which was Sami Zayn versus The Miz. Didn't work out. Could have done the same thing there. Like, if they did something a little bit different with brand warfare, I could live with it. But again, if it's typical, champion versus champion, who's a better champion? I mean, the only match that I thought they would do, champion versus champion, was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I thought they may have done that one, but Roman is not on the show, which is kind of disappointing to be honest. I honestly think Gunther's good on the microphone to some of the stuff he's been saying to The Miz for weeks has been. Yes, definitely, especially this promo this past week. Why do we just get Bayley as a babyface again? What is your thoughts on that? Again, she's been a heel long enough. It's time to make her a face again, just in my opinion. Again, I still think we need to build more sympathy on her as a babyface, but, like I said, they could just do a simple thing of, like, have her be the one to lose the match here. They write her off TV, she returns at the Rumble, because it'll be, like, 2 months, and absence makes the heart grow fonder, and she'll get a good reception. Could we get a cash-in at the War Games match? Again, maybe in the men's match, but we'll see. I wish the women's War Games match should main event Survivor Series because this men's War Games match, just like the 2004 one with Team Orton and Triple H. Okay, Survivor Series made me worried for WrestleMania 40. I don't think CM Punk will be returning and do AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. I think, it looks, again, if they did it at WrestleMania 40 and AJ's the one to dethrone Roman, I'm not going to complain. I feel like, it looks like now they're going to do Cody, not Cody, they're going to do another match with Roman Reigns and LA Knight at Rumble. I still don't know how I feel about that because I know LA Knight's not going to win it. I don't want to see him take 2 losses because I do think you should at least have him keep some momentum because I think you should just do, even they could still do Ricochet and Logan Paul WrestleMania for the United States title, or they can do, I think they should do Logan Paul and LA Knight at WrestleMania and give LA Knight a title there. But I think they're going to do Roman and AJ at Chamber. I don't understand how much longer they're going to be ignoring that match. So, but we'll see. I think we should, before Roman drops the belt, hopefully at Mania, should at least do Roman and AJ, whether AJ dethrones him or not. We got Lupe Granados saying Dio. I'm not sure what that means, but hello. Could we get next year's Survivor Series War Games reunited 4 Horsewomen versus Asuka, Io, Kyrie, and another member? It would be cool. It would be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen that soon. I think Mercedes is on her way to AEW, unfortunately. But it still would be cool. It's got to happen at some point. And thank you, Tia Gubar. Yes, those sneezes that couldn't get out are finally coming out. There's another one. Okay, but before I go, I do want to share a little bit of news. Good news, don't worry. Well, first off, there is still something I'm going to be doing in the month of December with the channel. I'm going to wait until next Thursday to announce that. But I am still in the process. It was an idea that my wife gave me since she knows I'm pushing for 2,000 subs. And it could help. May not quite get me there, but it'll get me closer. But there will be hopefully a video uploaded every day in December if I can, of course, get things done. I'm still working on some stuff tonight. But of course I can't stay up super late because I promised my sister-in-law I'd go Black Friday shopping with her tomorrow. But anyways, so jeez, oh man, why I keep sneezing? But anyways, I have been for a couple years since I graduated college, of course. And of course, most of you know I went to college and got a video degree. I haven't really done much video work since the pandemic happened. But, now that I'm married, I'm still, having to invest my money in some other things for my house. But I still, of course, do want to eventually get back get opportunities again in the video field. And, of course, there have been some softwares I haven't really played around with since college. Like, my video editing softwares I use a lot. Well, the one I've stuck with is Adobe Premiere Pro. And for years, I've been wanting to upgrade to the what's it called? To like the full package where you could basically pay like, it used to be $50, now apparently it's $60 a month to have the full, what's the word I'm looking for? You can download as many of the Adobe Suite apps as you want. And I've been wanting to get Photoshop, After Effects, and of course Bridge, because Bridge, I believe, from what I remember in college, has a lot of like presets, a lot more than what I can do with just Premiere Pro. Well, good news, I took advantage of a Black Friday sale that expires tomorrow, of course, and they were having it for 50% off for a whole year. Which, by the way, if you are a person who likes to video editing and wants more pieces of the Adobe Creative Suite, take advantage of this opportunity for tomorrow. So on my laptop now, I do have Adobe After Effects and Photoshop and Bridge added now to my repertoire, and I'm excited. I do, of course, need to do some refreshers, but I'm hoping that if I can get the groove back again, I will make some improvements, of course, to like these stream graphics in the upcoming year. So hopefully some improvements to the channel. Again, I've been wanting, of course, enhance my video skills again. Again, this is stuff I definitely learned in college, but again, it's been a while, so I might need to refresh myself on some things. So I am excited for that. And again, I've definitely liked, the evolving of the channel. For the past several years, again, I know I hit a little bit of a road bump when my channel went away for 7 months when I got that issue with one of my Wolfenstein videos. But again, since I came back with using OBS and everything, it's been great. And I'm excited for this chance to hopefully enhance more of my skills, make some fancier thumbnails with Photoshop, make some fancier graphics. Maybe I've always wanted to do some type of a motion graphic for these backgrounds. So maybe something in there as well. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, maybe some improvements for the channel coming along. But yes, guys, I'm going to check out here now because I'm sure I need to get some other stuff done to start preparing for my Saturday Thanksgiving get-together with my wife's side of the family. So I better go do that now. But if I have time tonight, I'm going to try to do a couple other things. Again, my big project, though, is definitely what I have coming for December. So, guys, thank you for joining this long stream that ended up me just chilling with you guys for a bit, which I don't get to do that too often because I don't go live all the time anymore. But I appreciate you guys, of course, always for being here. Make sure you guys, of course, subscribe. I know I've been back and forth between 47 to 49 subscribers till 2,000. I'm still going to try to do it for the end of the year, but if I don't get it by the end of the year, we try again next year. Make sure, of course, to slap a like on the video. Also, subscribe for more content on my channel. I already said that. Make sure, of course, leave your thoughts about your predictions for Survivor Series down below. And make sure you also follow me on Twitter at the Club of Demand 93. And also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of Demand 1993. I'm very active, of course, on Instagram. Definitely got some shorts, uploaded onto TikTok as well, which that's done decent for me this year as well, I will say. I still, of course, I have enjoyed, experimenting with the social media aspect. I still don't think my channel's strong enough, though, for me to do a Facebook page yet. So still no Facebook page anytime soon. But Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, they're all there. So, guys, thank you for joining me live. I'm checking out. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. And, of course, enjoy Survivor Series as well. And I will be live again sometime, probably Sunday maybe. If not Monday, we'll see. Because Monday I'm actually working earlier because they need me in another department. So I'll be actually getting off work at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Monday, I start at 6. So maybe I'll wait till Monday. We'll see. But I still have other things I want to get done as well for the channel. And yep, get ready for the Christmas holiday. So guys, I'll check it out. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great rest of your night and enjoy Survivor Series. And do not forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself. And that is not just an opinion. That is a fact of life. Yeah!